Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Cantwell Beauty. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Right now I am sitting on my floor and I'm just filming. It's like 9:53 at night, but I just wanted to get something filmed. I'm just gonna check the ISO here. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna be doing an anti-haul. So I see these videos all the time online and they're called anti-hauls because it's all of the things that you're not going to buy from makeup places like Sephora, Ulta, various makeup brand launches, things like that. So I've always been against anti-hauls. I've always been anti-hauls, but I just kind of wanted to film this quick video, get it up, just because I haven't been filming a lot lately. A lot of things have been going on. I'm almost finished my album. I'm hopefully going to be moving soon. So like I said, just wanted to get this video up and out there. So, okay, so for those of you that know me personally, you know that I buy a lot of makeup. So an anti-haul is kind of a weird idea for me. Literally just sitting here, I have the Subculture palette, the Queen of Hearts palette, and the Melissa Michelle palette that I haven't even tried yet. So that's just an idea of the kind of makeup that I buy and collect on a regular basis. So let's just get started with some of the items, like I said, that I'm not going to purchase. Unfortunately, Too Faced has kind of gone down for me since the Sweet Peach palette. I actually really enjoy that palette and have gotten a lot of use out of it. But the palette that I'm not interested in is the Natural Love eyeshadow palette. Now it's 30 eyeshadows, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen so that you can see it, so that you kind of know what I'm talking about. But it's called the Natural Love eyeshadow palette. Like I said, it's 30 eyeshadows. And frankly, they just looked super boring to me. I kind of fell asleep at the packaging. I fell asleep at the eyeshadow shades. It just didn't have the same oomph that the Sweet Peach did. It just was boring. It's bulky. It doesn't look good for travel. The eyeshadow pans looked ultra small to me. I think they're like 0.03 ounces or something. Don't quote me on that, but they're very small pans. And like I said, it just was a boring selection. It just looked very basic, and I just feel like there's so many palettes out there that you can get the same look for cheaper or the same price. The Natural Love palette is $59, which is just not worth it to me for something that's so basic. So the second item is also Too Faced. It is called the Glitter Bomb palette. And I actually tried out that palette myself when I was at Sephora for a VIB Rouge event, where you got to come in and try out brand new products that were launching in the fall. They said they were going to launch in the fall, but obviously the Glitter Bomb palette has come out already. So that palette is $45, and it is 8 glitter shadows, and then there's a white base and a black base. I will say that if you use the glitters alone, they're really not that great. But when you use a black base or a white base, it definitely enhances the color. So you do have to use one of the bases. So it is good that they included that. When I tested it out, they weren't doing anything for me. I feel like you could get a lot more use out of one of the Stila Magnificent Metals or something like that, if you really wanted to achieve that glitter look on your eyes. And really, how often are you going to use 8 different glitter color shadows, unless you have a makeup channel or you have an Instagram page where you're constantly using glitter shadows. The next item that I'm definitely not going to purchase is the Kim Kardashian West contour set, and I'm talking specifically about the cream contour sets. I understand what Kim Kardashian was trying to do. She actually explained it in her recent video with Desi Perkins, that she was trying to achieve that simple look for the everyday woman and trying to make it less intimidating, which I totally get and I can appreciate. I just know for me, for $48 or whatever the price point was, it's just not worth it to me. I don't contour every day. I contour when I'm filming, but it's just not something I can see myself doing. It would be nice for the summer, maybe nice for travel, but again, I don't know how often I would contour while on vacation. So it does come in 4 different shades. It's light, medium, dark, and deep dark. So for those of you that are interested in something like that, those are the choices. It's just not something that I see myself ever using. The next item I have on my list is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Glimmer eyeshadow palette. again with these glitters. I just don't see myself using glitters that often. I use shimmer shadows very often. Shimmers and something with a little oomph to it, you know, something to enhance the lid, and I get that. I just feel like the shimmer or glimmer palette is just not something I would use. There's a lot of browns and muted neutrals that I just don't see myself getting any use out of. So that palette is $49, and again, for something that I wouldn't see myself reaching for very often, I just find myself not wanting it. The next item is kind of a moot point. It's part of the Kylie Jenner birthday collection, but I believe she was selling a liquid lipstick that had glitter on it, and I'll place a picture here so you can see it. I believe it was $60 for a liquid lipstick. I get that you're paying for the packaging, and trust me, I wanted it. I went to go buy it, and when I saw that the price point was $60, I nearly fell out of my chair. I'm one of those people who literally is sitting online every single launch with the space bar in my hand, just waiting for 1 o'clock, because it's usually 1 o'clock my time. Oh no, sometimes it's 6 o'clock my time. 3 o'clock Pacific, and I'll literally sit there waiting to refresh to get the eyeshadow palettes from each collection, because I do really enjoy those. I'll show you. I got the Take Me on Vacation palette, for instance. I got the birthday palette. It's around here somewhere, but I do get all the Kylie palettes because I enjoy them. I just think $60 for a liquid lipstick, packaging or not, is ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, another line that I will never, I won't say never, but another line that I am not interested in and is really not on my radar is Tom Ford. And that's because his eye color quads meaning 4, are $85. $85 for 4 eyeshadows that I just do not see myself using every day. I can see if you're an older woman, you've got money to burn, and you really just want an eyeshadow palette that you can lean on. I can see some of the colors being used, my eyes watering. I can see some of the colors being used on a regular basis, but as far as being an $85 quad, that thing better do my makeup for me for $85. Another thing that Tom Ford offers for $85 is something called the Traceless Foundation Stick. Again, I don't care how amazing that foundation is, for a foundation stick being $85 is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. $85, again, it would have to literally jump up and apply itself on my face for me to buy it for $85. So the next item that I'm really not feeling at all is the Sephora Pro Cool palette. I am interested in the Sephora Pro Warm palette, just because I'm into those warm shadows, but I feel like I probably won't buy that either, because I have the Viseart Warm palette, which was $80 in itself, and I use it all the time. So, and I really depend on Viseart, whatever, to give me the look that I'm looking for, because all of the shadows in that palette are pigmented, from the pale white, you know, off-white, down to the reds. They are simply pigmented. They will go on perfectly. They blend perfectly. Anyway, the Sephora Pro palettes really don't do anything for me. They're $68 for 28 shadows. They're not horrible. I did watch Laura Lee and Jeffree Star's review of them, and they applied them, and it looked like they were applied really nicely. Again, just not something that I can see myself using because of the size of them. They kind of look like the Natasha Denona palettes, and they just aren't something that I can see myself using. Another item that I'm not interested in whatsoever is the Marc Jacobs Beauty. They're called Iconic Multi-Finish Eyeshadow Palettes, and they're long and skinny, and I think they have, I didn't write it down, but I think they have like 8 shadows in them. I don't know why. I'm not attracted to the packaging. I feel like they're kind of awkward to use. I'm not saying they're not good. I've never used them, so I don't know. I know I saw Kathleen Lights using them once, and it looked like it worked really nicely on her eyes. There's something about them that just doesn't do anything for me, and those are $49, so for something that's really not attractive to me, I just don't want to spend $49 on it. So I won't be reaching for any Marc Jacobs Beauty Iconic eyeshadow palettes anytime soon. The next item is the Huda Beauty 3D Highlighter Palette, the Summer Solstice. So it's $45, which works out to be $11.25 per pan, which isn't that bad if you were going to use all 4 pans, but I literally see myself using 1 out of those 4 maybe. So I mean, how much use am I going to get out of a highlighter palette that has a deep purple in it, and I think there's like a magenta or really pink, and I'm not going to use that. So sorry Huda Beauty, I just don't see myself using it. Okay, so IT Cosmetics I discovered in Ulta, and I discovered them through their brushes that they did through Ulta, and I love them. Their blush brush is something that I use literally every single day. I really enjoy their Confidence in a Cream. Bye Bye Under Eye is okay. But anyway, they just released something called the Secret Sauce Clinically Advanced Miraculous Anti-Aging Moisturizer. Sounds great, except it's $68. I thought IT Cosmetics was kind of a lower, and I know they're on the high end of the Ulta store, but I never thought they were like a higher end brand, and I just think releasing a $68 moisturizer is kind of ridiculous. So that is not something I will be purchasing anytime soon. Another item that I am definitely not going to purchase is the ColourPop nail polishes. I know they're only $6, but the packaging really turned me off. I think they look small and cheap, and I don't know what the formula is like, but I really only usually get gel on my nails, or I use KL Polish, which is Kathleen Light's brand, because frankly, she was able to create a formula that is literally the best formula on the market for $8.50. So I'd rather go with a brand that I trust and love that releases like 6 shades every season than ColourPop, who is $6. I feel like it's just, I don't know. There's just something about it that turns me off. I think it's the packaging, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but I don't buy nail polish that often, so it's just not something that I would try. Ofra Cosmetics released 2 eyeshadow palettes. They released one that was called like the matte something eyeshadow palette, and then they released something called the Dazzling Diamonds Professional Makeup Palette, and it's all shimmer shadows, and it's 20 of them. That sounds kind of good. Like I said, I do use shimmer shadows quite often. I just really felt like the colors were misplaced. I just don't like them. I love Ofra lipsticks. I think they're fantastic. They're probably the best formula on the market. But that Dazzling Diamonds makeup palette just missed the mark for me, and it's $59 and not something that just, like, my eyes didn't gravitate towards it. It was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the way the colors are laid out or what it is. I just wasn't attracted to it. Okay. The last item or items that I will never ever purchase is something from the brand Makeup Revolution. I specifically will never purchase anything from Makeup Revolution because they bite off other brands. They have things called the Golden Bar Palette, the Death by Chocolate, the Naked Chocolate Palette, the Light and Shade Palette, Ultra Contour Kit, Flawless 3 Resurrection. All of those are literal dupes, and they look and have the exact same colors as other palettes on the market. Not something I can respect and get behind. They have something called Blushing Hearts highlighters and blushes, which literally look exactly like Too Faced packaging. It's just ridiculous. Then they have something called Luxury Banana Powder that looks exactly like Ben Nye. I said Bill Nye. So the Luxury Banana Powder looks exactly like the Ben Nye banana powder. So I will literally never buy anything from Makeup Revolution. Okay guys, so that basically covers my anti-hauls, a video that I never thought I would do. But those are just some of the items that have come out recently, probably within the last 6 months or so, that I just am not interested in, aren't on my radar. I actually had to look through Sephora.com and went on like various, other outlets to try to find items that I didn't want to buy. Like I said, I purchase a lot of makeup, so for me to not purchase these, I feel like means something. It's just things that I don't find are attractive or going to be useful. So hope you liked this video. Hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please subscribe, tell a friend, and be sure to come on back. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.